Aquarius, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning for another weekly, thank you for rejoining me for another one of these readings. And to those of my who are my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. I want to mention that I have my first Capella class. People usually call them master classes, but I wanted to do something different and call it a Capella class on reintegrating the divine feminine. I have 3 different sessions for those. If you want more information, you can stick around to the end of the reading, or you can check out the description box below on more information about what that entails and how to book it and the dates and times and things like that. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, that information is in the description box below. All right. I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful, motivational, inspiring week, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going with you guys today? I hope you are doing super. I send you many blessings and much, much love to you for this week and the weekend ahead. All right, Libra, I got wax on the cards. If you've never been here before, what we're going to do is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on, and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. Stick around to the end so you can see what guidance we have for you from Spirit and how to navigate the energies, what healing crystal is going to help with this reading, and what your affirmation of the week is. We're also going to see what the new moon in Pisces is bringing you. It's going to be a magical day on March 2nd. And then we're going to see what is going on with your love situation, or at least what guidance we have for your love situation, okay? All right, Aquarius. There we go. That was fast. The distorted masculine. Okay. Aquarius. Remember, it's a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else watching this, but be honest with yourself and check your unhealthy ego at the door. All right? Listen to what your soul's telling you. We have the energy that we are here to get away from. All right? Because when we are born, we are already all divine, masculine, divine, feminine, and as we get older, we become more distorted. And of course, distorted might be a trigger word for some of you. It's not really a pleasant word, but here's the thing. It's only distorted because it's, you know, what society ends up ingraining in us, and then we start believing what other people say, and we're not trusting in our intuition. We're not taught to listen to our intuition. We're not taught to really follow our heart or really do things that make us happy, right? So with a distorted masculine energy, this is about getting away from looking at the clock all the time. That's funny because I was looking at my watch before and I freaked out, forgetting that my watch was an hour and ahead. I was like trying to get the Aquarius's reading in before picking up my son, but I have way more time than I thought I did. Anyway, see with the clock thing? So some of us are focusing too much on time stuff. I got to do this. I got to do that. I only have so much time for this, or I don't have enough time to relax. I don't have enough time to do yoga. I don't have time to go out in my boat and fish, that type of thing, right? This is getting out of that mindset of having to rush and having to go by the clock all the time, or I have to go to bed at this time. I have to wake up at this time. If you think about it, Aquarius, way back when, there was no such thing as a watch. There was no such thing as a clock face, right? They went by the sunlight, right? Nobody had to be somewhere. People were out when the sun was up, and then they were done when the sun was setting, right? There was no such thing as time. There is no such thing as time still, Aquarius. Time is an illusion. So for some of you, this has to do with being so time boxed and just, I don't have time for this, or I can't have time for that, or this, I have to do this, I have to do that because of the time. All right. We want to get out of those energies. This also talks about working, and working. Okay. That's distorted masculine. Thinking that money is power, sex is power, status is power. It's not. It's not. The power comes from within with knowing who you are as a divine being. This is you needing to tap more into your feminine energies. And that's why I have the class, Reintegrating Your Divine Feminine. This is going to help you to move away from your distorted masculine energies. All right? Because distorted masculine doesn't trust his or her intuition. Likes to take control over everything. I need to do it all. I have to have this. I have to have this car. I have to have this house. I have to have this before I do anything else. All of that stuff. This also doesn't appreciate or treat the feminine well either, because there's this ego and status and power and not being the true divine masculine, where they know their role as ultimate provider and protector, and that they are here to provide and protect for the feminine, the home, and the family. The distorted masculine does not understand that role. And there's no fault to the distorted masculine. And remember, we each have masculine and feminine energies within us, okay? We each have those within us. So this doesn't mean that this is a distorted male, okay? This is not what this means. This is the energy within us, all right? This is about taking advantage of people, of things, trying to manipulate people and things, right? Because for money, status, power, that type of stuff. If you look at this card, guys, there is no vibrancy here other than the sun. There's no abundance. There's no life here. There are dead trees. There's rubble. He's like in a war-torn country here. Look at his suit. It's all tattered and soiled. And he's just down on his knees because he's been overcome by these temptations. There's the snake there. Thinking that this is going to bring him happiness, that this is going to bring him power and balance and harmony and love maybe. All right. That, and even for some males, this is getting away from that notion, thinking that you need to have all this money to be somebody, to be powerful. All right? Even with like sex, let's put it out there. You have to look a certain way. You have to be a certain size, so to speak. You have to have this reputation of being good in bed to be some sort of sex god or something. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what I'm channeling. That being that is power. That people are going to be like, oh man, have you heard about so-and-so and what the girls say about him and all that stuff? And that kind of makes the man times kind of feel like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, I know how to hit it. Yeah, I know. I'm channeling somebody here, okay? I'm channeling somebody here. Look, for those males who think that, that's not where your power lies. Really look at your talents, what's really within your heart. Because what's happening is that if some of us who get caught up in that, especially with sexual relationships, you're going to have a very unemotionally fulfilling one. And then at some point later on down the line, you may feel yourself completely alone, completely lonely, or you may be continuing to attract people who may, if let's say you have a lot of money, they may only want to sleep with you because you have a lot of money, or maybe even marry you because you have a lot of money. Okay? Take it how it resonates, guys and girls. But at some point, some of these males who are distorted end up realizing, oh, I'm just being used because I'm good in bed, or I have money, or I look good. I'm very attractive, right? when you're devaluing yourself, you're going to attract people who don't have value in themselves either. And then you're really going to start seeking what is really going to bring me the ultimate happiness and bliss. That's the sun trying to come out. You see how this guy's like, I can't do this anymore? What's that up there? Oh, it's the sun. This is God talking to you, saying, distorted masculine, this is not the way to live. This is not what I have ordained the divine masculine to be doing. Okay. And again, we have all this in us. All right. There's violence, there's anger, there's war, there's bitterment, there's robbery, there's all these low vibrational things. This happens when this masculine doesn't tap into their feminine side, when their feminine energies are like way too down on the meter. It's like they're almost non-existent. This is where the distorted masculine energies surface. Okay. You can't be working all the time. You can't be chasing the dollar. Setting yourself aside, putting yourself on the back burner, not taking care of your well-being. Jealousy is involved in this card. Competition, unhealthy competition. Living by the status quo. Being overly logical. Not putting any heart or compassion or love or creativity into anything. When your energies are not balanced, Aquarius, your world looks like this. When you have too much distorted masculine in you, your world looks like this. It's not flourishing. It's not vibrant. It's not abundant. It's not healthy. It's not healthful. It's not unconditionally loving. It's not bliss. It's not happiness. And some of you know this, which is why this card came up. Okay? You can't force things. You can't control things. You also need the feminine to sustain you. But it goes both ways because there's distorted feminine too, right? But apparently for some of you, there's way too much distorted masculine within you, which is why your world seems to be upside down. And remember, this is collective reading, okay? There's a big thing with forgiveness in here too. Some of you are like, money makes the world go round. Why do I not have enough money? Why do I not have this job, this status, this car, this house? Is that really what life is about? Would you rather be happy and blissful or have a miserable life in a mansion with a Lamborghini? I already know somebody, or I met someone who had both, the mansion and the Lamborghini, and the poor guy is heartbroken and miserable and slumps over, and he's been like that for what, 30 years? He's in his 70s now. He totally wishes he could have done everything over. He has way too much money than he knows how to knows what to deal with, but he has no one. People don't want to talk to him anymore. The only attention he gets is when he drives his Lamborghini at the island bar back home where I used to live in Florida. Women come to him trying to be all nice and playful and flirty because they know he has a Lamborghini, which means he has a lot of money. You see, he doesn't want that. He kept having relationships where the women were only after him for money. Does anybody really want that? And again, it could be with females too, okay? I'm not knocking on the guys here, but it could be, you know, women, rich women have fallen into that too, okay? Trying to seek, you know, all money and power, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm alone, and now I'm attracting people who only like me for my looks or who are for my money. That's not how God intended for us to live. We're here to support each other, and the divine masculine is supposed to be the ultimate provider and protector, and the divine feminine is supposed to be the nurturer, the caretaker, and the sustainer. I learned about that the other day by taking a Bible study class online, believe it or not, about how Eve was created to sustain Adam. We think we all know what that word means, right? It's almost like we need the air we breathe to sustain us. That is what Eve is to Adam. And Adam needs to treat Eve like that, understanding that he needs her for his survival. He can't survive without the feminine, and the feminine cannot survive without the masculine. This is also talking about, I need to do it my way or the highway. I'm fine being on my own. I can do this on my own. But look at this picture, guys. Does this guy look happy? Again, no. His life is a war zone. It's upside down, like I said. We have to get out of these mentalities thinking about what society thinks success is, what society thinks power is, all of these things. It's not part of the divine order at all. Feel into your emotions. Don't be afraid of expressing them. Don't be afraid of tapping into your creative side, your feminine side. And this goes a lot for the males who are watching this. And I know a lot of you guys get chastised for that, right? Oh, what are you, a woman? Or the P-U-S-S-Y word, right? It's like, really? When males suppress their feminine side, this is what skyrockets. And there's an internal turmoil, and they have a hard time dealing with life because they're going through these crazy battles that no one knows about, and they're dying on the inside. This is pretty much death almost if you look at it, because I said they're dead trees. There is no way for a male to live. And the same thing with like females who are overly masculine. Again, you're going through an eternal turmoil too, because you're actually playing a role that wasn't assigned to you. That's why it feels like this. And that's why in my class, I talk about that. Reintegrating the divine feminine, and that's for both men and women. We are divine beings. We got to get back to being those divine beings, because distorted ties to devil energy. The devil wants us to live life like this. God doesn't. And some of us blame God for the way things are. Nope. We have free will. We put this on us. We allow ourselves to follow what everybody else is doing, to conform to society, and not trusting your intuition and not following what God tells us to do. This is following the law of man, not the law of God. The divine masculine, divine feminine follow the law of God, not the law of man. And it sounds crazy, guys, I know, but I'm living it. And it's still weird, and some people think it's still weird that I have moved away from this type of world, but some of them still don't get it. Until they have their awakenings and their epiphanies, they're still going to be a little lost, and that's okay. And for me, I can only help them as much as I can. At the end of the day, it's all about you. It's up to each and every one of you to get out of these energies. You have a choice. You either stay as a distorted masculine, or you rise up to become the divine feminine, divine masculine that you truly are. The bottom of the deck is interesting because what was I talking about? Sex. That's why it came out. They said, Jess, look at the bottom of the deck. It's a sexual freedom card. Sex is not love. Sex is not power. Sex is not money. Sex is worship. For some of you, there could be something, you could be dealing with somebody who's operating from these energies, or somebody's about to come into your life who's distorted masculine. If you are divine counterpart, right, the twin flame stuff, when we meet each other for the first time, we are both distorted. We are. It isn't until we do our work and we get into union with self and we build a strong connection with God that we become divine. We have it within us, but we operate from this. We're not embodying the divine energies. We're embodying distorted energies. Okay, there's a difference. So when you meet your person and you're part of that type of counterpart connection, you meet each other as distorted. Otherwise, there's no point in going through the counterpart journey, the twin flame journey, as they call it. There's no point. There's no growing. There's no awakening. There's no ascension process, right? We come in distorted. A lot of us are distorted most of our lives until we realize this is how we're operating. So some of you, be careful. If you haven't met your counterpart yet, you're going to meet them, but this is your warning that they're coming in like this. They could have sex addictions. They could have gambling issues. They could have drug addictions. They could have alcohol addictions. And there's porn too with this, because this, I'm tying into this with this sexual freedom card. So be careful if somebody's coming in. All right? This person thinks sex is power, but also this person became distorted because something happened in their past, whether they were sexually abused or they had a relationship where their former spouse cheated on them multiple times, slept with other people multiple times, or something like that. And they have a very distorted view of what sex is, because they're also trying to suppress their feminine side. That's what happens. So be careful. Somebody might be coming into your life there. You might feel like it's this. Or maybe there's sexual tension. You're in a drought or something, and this person comes along and there's insane chemistry, but you're sleeping with a distorted masculine. And I just have to call it out as it is, guys. You know, I don't BS. A true light worker isn't all puppies, rainbows, and unicorns. Because my mission is to bring light to the dark. And this is dark stuff. But you cannot have light without dark, can you? So be careful, all right? It may feel like this when you meet this person, if you haven't met this person, but this person's coming from this, meaning they do not see sex as this. They see it as something else. All right, now, if you want this type of connection with someone, Aquarius, you have to go from distorted to divine masculine. And you have to embody the divine feminine as well. When those energies are balanced and you achieve union with yourself, you will attract someone who's at those same energies. And when it comes to the sex, it's going to be very tantric in nature, very spiritual. This type of sexual freedom requires a very spiritual connection, like a deep spiritual connection. This type of energy really lifts you through the stratosphere. It like takes you to other planets. All right. There's peace between the two of you. There's doves here. There's a lotus. You are both enlightened. You're both awakened. You're coming forth from a spiritual place. You don't just sleep with anybody just to get your jollies, and you just don't sleep with anybody just because you have that sexual tension. If you're dealing with that right now, Aquarius, and you're trying to get that out, transmute that into creative energies. That's going to be more useful with regards to those pent-up sexual energies, okay? Watch what you create when you transmute that. And that's a hard thing to do, especially for guys, I know. This is hard for dudes, all right? So be careful with the energies that you are exchanging with people when you engage in this, Aquarius. And be careful if your person's coming in and there's that sexual tension there and that chemistry, but you are dealing with this person right here. Again, it could be a male or female. Remember, this is energy. There needs to be true intimacy here in order for this to really work. When you are both vibrating at a high vibrational level and you come into the sexual union, your kundalini reawakens. And there's even a stronger light that is emitted between each of you and the both of you. That is incredibly powerful for the earth. This is what the devil does not want, period. Just two people being in these high vibrational energies and engaging in the sexual union here, holy crap. Just them doing this alone is actually going to help heal the planet. I know it sounds crazy, but that's exactly what happens. Because again, this is an exchange of energies. There's passion here. There is true unconditional love. There is a much, much deeper connection. But it's also another form, another expression of true love here. Because this is not just to have sex for the sake of doing it. It's spiritual in nature. Again, that's why God created Eve, because the energies between the two of them is supposed to actually help humanity. Believe it or not. And it's not just about physical intimacy too, right? They're not really, well, they might be doing something just if you look at it, but look at all this bliss surrounding them. When you have this type of love here, this type of connection, you really achieve a true state of bliss. You're honoring each other's souls. It's that soul connection there. That's really what does it. All right. So again, with the whole sex is power type of thing, it's not. It's spiritual in nature. It's supposed to be. It's worship. It's bliss. You can reach a really heightened state of bliss with this type of energy. This is also you allowing yourself to express yourself sensually and sexually, not holding back, not suppressing who you are when you're tapping into those energies within yourself. Right? And exploring that. Maybe you could even start exploring other things with your partner when you're in this, but it's not just about doing it for the sake of doing it. Again, it's about it's a spiritual sexual union here. Okay. And again, it's not just physical intimacy. You have to have that spiritual intimacy, emotional intimacy to achieve this type of true sexual freedom right here. All right. Let's see what you need to focus on. What does Aquarius need to focus on at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity, spirit guides and angels. Oh man, is that a reversal? Yes, it is. The Wheel of Fortune. See, I said control. You guys gotta stop controlling things, okay? When you try to control the wheel of karma, you get hit with more negative karma. Your world starts to continue to crumble or become distorted or feel not abundant and just chaos or sadness or darkness or whatever this is for you. Controlling everything leads to this type of world. This is exactly what I talked about with the energies of the distorted masculine. I talked about a lot of stuff too, but apparently what Spirit is really re-emphasizing is about some of you are trying to control things way too much. I need to do this to get more money. I need to do that to have this. I need to do that. Why can't you attract it? Get into the high vibrational state to attract it. See, that's what they don't teach us. And people are like, are you crazy? How is that going to work? Have you tried it? Have you raised your vibration to the violet flame frequency and done your inner work and tapped in more to your higher self and become strongly connected to God and see things the way really how the world really works and just let nature take its course? Have you actually really tried that to see what you attract? If you haven't, Aquarius, how can you put an opinion on it? Don't knock it till you try it, they say. There's something destined for you guys. But you think the path you are on is the path you're supposed to be on. But that's the path of the distorted masculine. I said it's the law of man, not the law of God. Okay? Stop trying to use sex as a means of control or trying to rescue someone. That may be for some of you here. It doesn't work like that. Or power, like I said. This also talks about you got to get out of the hamster wheel. The hamster wheel is the 3D world. The inside of the wheel is the 3D world. You got to be on the outside. You got to jump out of that hamster wheel. Get out of the 3D world. Tap more into the 5D. Watch how drastically your life changes and what you end up attracting. And sure, this requires patience. That's part of a divine masculine, divine feminine energy. But you got to break the cycle of getting yourself into this type of world here. A feeling like this. Let God handle everything. You do your part, God does the rest. With the 10, completion. It's got to end. You following this type of world has to end. It's not for you. It really isn't. It's not for your highest good either. How do you think living in a drought or being all tattered and just like, oh my God, I can't go on. Like this, look at this world that I live in. I'm tired. I'm underpaid. I'm overworked. I'm expended. I just feel this chaos. I feel angry and bitter and tired and depressed all the time. Whatever this is that of the light? No, that's of the dark. That's why the devil wants you to stay in these energies. Yet some of you just try to force it. No, but this is what society says. No, I have to have my money. I have to have this house. I have to have this car. Again, is that more important than your happiness here, your well-being? Do you want to be like that guy who has the Lamborghini? And people just want to come to you because you have all this money? Then will sleep with you because you have some sort of power, because you have money? What kind of relationship is that? That's totally unfulfilling. We got to break out of this cycle. Okay, Aquarius. Everything happens in divine timing, but this is also something that you are supposed to be on a path towards your destiny, but you are following a path that is not going to lead you towards your destiny. This energy is not going to bring you there. It's not going to bring you there. Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. Trust your gut. Follow your heart. That is a hard thing for a distorted masculine to do. The distorted masculine doesn't follow their heart. They follow the law of man, not the law of God. There's something here that you guys are good at creatively. Tap more into those energies. This is you about moving forward emotionally, trusting more in your intuitions, tapping more into what ultimately fulfills you with the Holy Grail. This is about you guys going on the quest for the Holy Grail. What is really going to bring you that true bliss and happiness? The sun. You're looking at the sun because you're on your knees like, how can this be life? Because it's not supposed to be your life, Aquarius. It's not. It was not meant for you. Society says that it's meant for you. It's not. So go. Go follow what your heart is telling you to do. We are in a very magical time right now, Aquarius. The Sun, Jupiter, and Neptune are in Pisces for the next 28 days. And with this new moon in Pisces coming in, that will be Sun, Moon, Jupiter, and Neptune being in Pisces. It's a magical time. There is a huge window open right now for you guys to start following what your heart is calling you to do. And start following those things that are artistic of nature, whatever it is that you are very gifted at, that you love, whatever it is you love to do, go follow that. This could also pretend something faded is coming in, but there's a heartbreaker that's coming in to your life here, Aquarius. This is for some of you, not for all of you. Or maybe you're still dealing with the heartbreaker, or somebody who's emotionally manipulating you, or who's only using you for sex, or because they're really attracted to you, they find you really hot or whatever, and they're trying to be all whiny, diny, lovey-dovey, but they're only acting that way to try to get something out of you. Be very careful. Or maybe you keep attracting these type of people. Could be water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but it might be for some. Maybe you keep attracting these type of people. Why? Because your energies are coming from a distorted masculine place. Trust me, I know. And you know what, guys? All three of my big signs, they're all masculine energy. And it's kind of funny because I'm female, right? No, I wasn't trying to control people with sex, whatever. That actually happened the other way around. Let's put it that way. I'm going to put it all out there. Otherwise, how are you guys going to learn? I had a very distorted view of sex myself, okay? Of what love really was. What true companionship was. I didn't value myself. I was always second-guessing my intuition ever since I was a child. And what was I taught? Oh, go to college, get a good degree, get a 401k, get all this. And then in my chart, boy, did I have issues with materialism. That right there. I had some serious distorted masculine in me for quite some time. And then what was I doing? I was attracting heartbreakers. Every single relationship I was in, I got my heart broken. And now I'm realizing, no, I think I did this before, but people tend to find me highly attractive. So what was happening? I didn't value myself. I didn't have any worth. And then I was attracting those. Oh, it's a hot chick. Let me go try to manipulate her. Bingo. Happened every time. You see? I wouldn't be a light worker if I wouldn't actually talk about my own issues that I had before, because some of you are resonating with this. This is a hard thing to come to terms with, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I wouldn't be vulnerable here. This is vulnerability too, see? The Knight of Cups is a vulnerable person. This is also some of you not giving into that, right? Be careful, because there's such thing as being overly vulnerable, I guess, or naive, right? This could even be being too naive. Be careful with that too. I was like that. Wow, it was pretty bad. I was raised in a bubble. Let's put it that way. And I'm not blaming my parents. It is what it is, right? I have free will. I had a choice, but I didn't know any better. So some of you got to break out of these cycles. And yeah, some of you may be coming, this distorted masculine. It could be male or female. It doesn't have to be male, all right? Even though this is masculine energy. Yeah, masculine energy. Someone's coming in where they may try to like sway you with like romance or something like that to get something out of you. So be careful. If you're already dealing with people who keep who you keep attracting these people, it's because you need to go from distorted to divine, Aquarius. You got to relinquish control here. Start doing your work. Start really doing some self-analysis here and start really learning and being honest with yourself of what it is that is causing you to stay in these distorted masculine energies. All right, let's see what you need to avoid. What does Aquarius need to avoid? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirius, please and thank you. The King of Swords, control. Guys, this is a huge reading about control. You're trying to control your destiny when the destiny you think you're supposed to have is not actually what you're destined for. It's not where you're fated for. God has something way bigger and better for you. And you're thinking, no, I have to do it this way because this is what society says. Nope. No. This is being addicted to power and control. This is what causes your world to look like this. Because God is the ultimate one who has all of the control, Aquarius. All of it. You have the ability to control how you respond to things, what choices you make, what foods you eat, what people you date, okay? Who you have or whatever relationship with, how you live your life, but by what you choose. Choosing things for your highest good, though. You have control over that, but you don't have control over everything. You are the driver of your destiny. But God ultimately controls the universe. All right? So some of you really need to see the truth of the situation here. And this is your energy, right? This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have to be honest with yourself, because the King of Swords in this position lacks integrity. And of course, I do not judge here. All right? For those of you who've been watching me for a while, you very well know I spill a lot of stuff about my own life about this because, you know, I definitely wasn't perfect then, and I'm still not perfect now. I will say I've grown quite a bit. Quite a bit. I've learned a lot. And I gained a lot of wisdom. Why? Because with the King of Swords energy that I embodied here, I started to realize things. Oh, I'm not really being honest with myself, am I? I need to get out of this hamster wheel. I got to start listening to God. I got to start following my intuition more. Stop following what everybody else. Stop following what everybody else is doing. And when I realized that, when I started to be my authentic self, to be honest with myself and others, that changed the game for me. And then the wheel started to turn in an upward direction for me, and things started to shift for the better. When you try to control, you're addicted to control and to power, the wheel of fortune goes in the opposite direction, and what happens? You get hit with more negative karma. I think I said that already. You think things keep not going in your favor, Aquarius? It's because you're trying to control it too much. You're trying to force things. Don't put so much logic into this. Come from a place of love. Listen to what your heart is telling you, not just don't solely operate by your brain. Okay? Or what is written down, or like following rule books all the time to a T, or what you see on the internet, or what people are telling you or communicating to you. What is God communicating to you, Aquarius? What is your heart communicating to you? For those, some of you, there's a lack of head-heart balance here. Your head is controlling your world here. The logic is controlling your world. That's not how the world works. Being overly strategic, I gotta have everything all set up, okay? I have to have this go this way and that go that way and that go that way before something happens. Some of you are doing that because you're not trusting in God. You have a lack of faith. You're not allowing God to take over. You're not giving God full control of your life. You're not surrendering. The world needs to operate from love, not logic. Because love is what conquers and heals all things. All right? Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, some of you it's dealing with money. You're trying to control your inflow of money, your intake of money, your acquisition of money, or money controlling you. This is also not having patience. It's everything that I talked about with the distorted masculine energies. Not taking things time to grow. You plant the seed and you want to put like the whole bag of Miracle Grow on it so that you can have, oh, there's the tree, there's my money tree, cool, I'm good to go the next day. That's not how life works. I talked about everything happens in divine timing. It's all about letting nature take its course. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they said, right? When you plant an apple seed, does the apple tree grow the next day or the next week or even a month from then? No. It goes by divine order. It knows that there's a lot of other things that need to happen before that tree starts to sprout. It's like you're trying to force things to grow. Right? It's like wanting to rush things because there's lack of patience here. Just go with the flow here, Aquarius. There is absolutely no rush. Good things take time. It's even like with babies. And I think it was in one of your readings before. It takes at least 9 months. Right? Other things take longer. Some of you are making poor returns on your investments. Some of you are putting money into things that aren't for your well-being, your wellness, your abundance, for your personal growth. When you know, if you've been watching these, you're supposed to be working on your personal growth, your spiritual growth, your evolution of the soul. This is why you incarnated into this earth. You did not come here to live a life like this, to be controlled by man and to try to control man and to control everything and to live a life based off of materialism and status and power and whatever this is. That's not part of the divine order. Some of you are literally spending money on things that don't serve you. You're investing your time, your energy, and talent on things that you're not getting back. Start investing more of your time, energy, and money where you are going to get a good investment from. It includes relationships and jobs too. You hate a job? Why are you still there? Oh, I'm still there because I make a lot of money. Trust me, I've been there. You're in a relationship. It's not working out. There's control. There's manipulation. Why are you in it? Oh, because I'm afraid to leave. Or maybe that person makes a lot of money and they gave me the money. Or I'm afraid to be alone. Trust me, I've been there. Not with the money thing. Luckily enough, I made really nice salaries growing up, but that's besides the point. But with the job thing, I got kind of scared where I was like, my God kept telling me, this job is not serving you, it's not serving you. I kept being taken advantage of even at my work. People tried to sabotage my work. Everything that I did, people tried to like mess up because they thought I would fail. They were waiting for me to fail, and I did even better than what they thought I was going to do. And people hated it. And I was like, well, I'm making a pretty badass salary. I'm going to stay here. God was like, no, get the F out. And I did. And I'm so much happier. My life is better than anything I could ever imagine. And I'm not even where God wants me to be yet. So some of you really need to start reevaluating what you're going to be investing your time, money, and energy in. What seeds do you want to plant? What harvest do you want to reap later on? Because remember, you reap what you sow. All right? You reap what you sow. And if you're lacking integrity and you're trying to control things, trying to have power over things, there it is with the reap what you sow. You're getting back your negative karma. You gotta just go with the flow, Aquarius. There's a lack of growth here. You're getting too bogged down with material things, with the outside world. Start focusing on your inner world. All right? It's time to do things differently. Okay. Let's see what guidance we have for you guys. Ooh. What guidance do we have for Aquarius? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. There's also here, when I talked about, for some of you, where there's a distorted masculine coming into your life. Yeah, they're not honest. Okay, they're gonna start off not really telling you the truth. They're gonna be, it could be coming from both of you, addicted to power, being controlling, trying to be manipulative. Maybe they're very intelligent, but they play mind games. Maybe. I mean, it might be a hard thing for you guys, but if you are a divine counterpart, this is part of what you signed up for. I have to break it to you. So be careful with who's coming in. This person also has a hard time speaking their truth. Okay? Let's see. Could be another air sign, but it doesn't have to be. Lapis lazuli. Make a decision. Yeah, the energy of the King of Wands there. I did say before, what are you going to choose? You have to be decisive as opposed to indecisive. What are you going to do, Aquarius? Bottom of the deck, Ocean Jasper, schedule yourself in. I will read the book. See what I was talking about? Work, 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 and not putting time for yourself. Investing time, energy, money on yourself. See? Lapis lazuli. Make a decision. Decisions. We spend so much time trying to avoid them. There is a time to be thoughtful and contemplative, and then there is a time to make a choice. Avoid the trappings of staying in limbo and commit to the decisions you make. Your inner wisdom will guide you, but it's up to you to see your choice through. Let go of your need for a backup plan or escape route and trust that you have made the right decision for you. Invest yourself fully in your choices. You can always change your mind, but you have to make up your mind first. When do you struggle to make decisions? When are you afraid to commit to your decisions? What can you do right now to make good choices? Your affirmation is, I am committed and decisive. Today, make a decision, no matter how big or small, and commit to it 100%. What is it gonna be, Aquarius? Ocean Jasper. Where's the O? There's always time for me time. It's okay to make yourself a priority. If you don't take care of yourself, it's hard to be available to care for others in an effective and healthy way. Schedule a little time every day to ensure that you are nurturing and nourishing yourself properly. Take a break and treat yourself in some small way. You've earned it. If your day is so full that you can't schedule 5 minutes for yourself, then schedule 10. Self-care is not selfish. It's absolutely necessary in order to be the best version of you. What do you do for yourself? Do you put yourself last on the to-do list? How can you make yourself more of a priority? Your affirmation is, I care for myself because I am important. Today, make a commitment to schedule time for yourself. See, we talked about that. Aquarius. All right, let's see what this new moon in Pisces is bringing you or teaching you, depending on what messages we get, I guess. What is the new moon in Pisces bringing, Aquarius? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. So whatever guidance you get here, you've already gotten the other guidance on, you know, spending time for yourself. Take a breather, take a break. This is going to give you some tips, too, on what to do, especially with this new moon in Pisces, which happens on March 2nd, if I didn't already say that. Yeah, you need to make a decision because this window of opportunity is open for you guys. Full moon in Taurus. Detoxify. Oh, yeah. That's totally schedule yourself in right there. And detox yourself from this world right here. Full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. Ah. Face the truth. All right. New moon in Cancer. Relax. Man. Bottom of the deck is full moon in Libra. Find a balance. See? Wow, guys. There's a lot of stuff here. We got 3 full moons and a new moon. Let's do the full moon. Yep, something needs to end here. That's what I was talking about. Endings and new beginning. Universe is trying to bring you something great. It's like trying to move you forward on your path, but some of you are caught up in this 3D world right here. The full moon in Taurus, we have detoxify. You need a detox to restore equilibrium to your situation. Perhaps you've been obsessing and have fallen into a negative headspace. Whatever the case, you need to release any dramas, possessiveness, and stubbornness to free up everything. Digging your heels in won't help, and neither will allowing yourself to be mean. It could be a spiritual, emotional, or physical detox that's called for. Find a balance between what your heart wants and what is the practical next step to take. Your challenge now is to balance yourself emotionally. This might not be easy, but it'll boost your manifesting ability far more than if you're over emotional and therefore out of alignment. Your manifestation affirmation is, I express love and love comes back to me. The full moon in Taurus takes place when the sun is in Scorpio and the moon is in Taurus. So here's a manifesting ritual for cleansing. Add Lang Lang essential oil to your diffuser. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Call in Hathor, the goddess of love and joy, among other things. Feel Hathor empowering you to clear away negativity and to fill yourself up with self-love and love for others. Best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Taurus on Friday or during Venus's hour. Oh, the other thing with the King of Swords is being overly rigid, stoic, cold-hearted, and detached. Okay? Especially from your emotions. Don't detach yourself from your emotions. Let's do full moon in Capricorn because it's right here. Full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. This card has 2 sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't waste another moment worrying, as this won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you're wondering about how something you're keen on is going to turn out, this card could be a sign that you've hit a roadblock. If you want to change that, you're going to need to put in an extra effort with your manifesting work. Find a balance between facing your reality and be kind to yourself and others. If you're not happy with the message of this card, use the old trick of finding the best thought you can about your situation and go from there. Your manifestation affirmation is, everything is always working out in my favor. Call in Parvati, the goddess of divine strength and power, and her son Ganesha, the Hindu elephant god who protects us. The Hindu goddess and god will help you with this too. All right. Stop worrying. We got that one of your other readings. New moon in Cancer. Relax. It's like that 80s song. I don't know why I can't remember the name of that song. Anyway. This card holds divine feminine energy, and drawing it strongly suggests that goddess energy is on your side. Relax. You and your loved ones are being looked after. Whatever your heart holds dearest is safe and well. This may not be the time to charge at what you think. Hold on. This may not be the time to charge at what you want, so think about whether you can approach it from another angle. If someone in your life needs you, nurture them. Nurture and be gentle with yourself too. Your diet may need improving for your own well-being. This card is a good omen for family issues, house moves, sales and or purchases, or someone or something that needs protection. Spend time with people you love and who love you. Develop a thicker skin. Cherish what you have, and you'll have more to cherish. Your manifestation affirmation is, when I nurture myself, life nurtures me back. Call an Archangel Gabriel who can help you to nurture your own inner child. Draw down the energy of the moon and call in the goddess Selene. Find photos of you with family or the people you love and place them on your altar if you have one. Light a candle and bless your family and friends. The new moon in Cancer takes place when the sun and the moon are on the same degree in Cancer and knows that good nurturing breeds better manifesting. See, you're trying to manifest stuff, but you're in these energies, it's not going to work. I think manifestation has been a big thing for the air signs this week because manifestation came up a lot. Okay, let's do the full moon in Libra. Libra, Libra. Find a balance. Focusing on your own wants and needs is understandable. We all need to look after ourselves. However, this card suggests you need to find a balance between what you need versus what someone else needs. Walk a mile in their shoes. Once you understand where they're coming from and why, you can take action. If you've been through a worrying time, including regarding your health, this card reminds you to find the right people for help. Make up your own mind about your situation rather than being too influenced by others. Find a balance between your own needs and what you do for others. Remember that we're all co-creating, so getting other people on your side by being understanding is a win-win. Your manifestation affirmation is, there is love all around me. I am lovable. All right. Okay. Let's see what's going on with the love situation. Oops. I don't want to put that there. Okay. I really like that new moon in Cancer card. I like the colors. Alrighty. Let's see. I split it. Time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Trust your gut, Aquarius. Can't go wrong with that. Oh my God, I split it again. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing for just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Woo! Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Oh my God, guys. All I was doing was splitting the deck. All right, let's see what comes out. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. This is coming from your person. This is also coming from God. When I get this card, God's like, it's coming from me too. It's kind of funny. I hear him in my heart and in my head. Okay. Let this go. Whatever happened in the past with love, let it go. Again, blocking. It's blocking you. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Exactly. That's what you got to detox. All of this stuff. Okay? You might even, some of you, there's a divorce here. Maybe you went through it, you're going through a divorce, or you're a divorced individual, or you're still bitter by this divorce. Let it go. I'm a divorced person. You see me bitter? No. I get passionate about this because some of you, this is actually blocking what is truly meant for you. You're being blocked by what happened in the divorce or what didn't happen, and it's preventing you from actual true love from coming in, okay? Clear that out. Clear it out. If you're in the middle of a divorce and it's like wreaking havoc on your life, don't let it do that. I didn't let it do that. I went with the flow. I just prayed about it and I just did what God wanted me to do. It worked out way better than I could have ever expected. And people were like, how is that possible? Because God made it possible. I made sure that I didn't try to control the situation, and it worked out in my favor way more than I thought it would. All right. Okay, Aquarius, if you would like a personal reading with me or a live coaching session, you want to work with me to help you with this, reach out. I am here to help you. My information in the description box, okay? If you go to CapellaWellness.com, check out my service suite there. Okay, I do have to mention, when you book services with me, you do have to sign up, but that's because I created a private page for you on my website with all of your readings and things. And this is to help keep track of all of your purchases, and this helps keep track of all these other things. And I'm working on membership pages for stuff. So if you're wondering, oh gosh, I have to sign up, it's actually to protect you and your account, and it's easier for you to see everything in one place. Okay. um I am having my last reintegrating divine feminine class, which would be perfect for this, guys. It's happening on February 27th. The information is in the description box. Okay, if you go to capellawellness.com, it's underneath the coaching service. I'm sorry, the coaching category of my Capella service suite. All right. I'm also offering a 10% off discount on a handwritten love letter from your higher self. It's with automatic writing. If you've never seen my automatic writing before, you see me in a pre-recorded video channeling your higher self and writing a letter from your higher self to you. You see me write it. I read it to you. I pull oracle cards if I'm drawn. Some of my other clients who've had this, it's been very eye-opening for them. It's been very helpful. So I thought I'd put a discount on those, to those who would like to see what their higher selves want to tell them. Again, there's no tarot. It's all automatic writing based on what I am channeling. It may very well help you get some insight as to what is going on with these energies right here. Okay, all the link to that service and the coupon code are all in the description box. Anything you need at all, don't feel hesitant to reach out to me. I am a compassionate person. I do have a kind heart. You guys know that I'm very passionate about what I do. Okay, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, I am here to get you out of distorted energies, to become fully divine masculine, divine feminine, here to merge those two energies. Okay. So reach out to me if you have any questions about my work, about this reading, anything at all. I am here to help. So you can find that information in the description box. As I said, if you go to capellawellness.com, there are plenty of other methods to contact me from. All right. All right, Aquarius, this concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.